we don't know where to put it and how to take care of our financial health, I think we are just half as good. And as Dr. Sushil said, what is health? Health is not merely the absence of disease. It is a state of complete harmony of physical, mental, social, spiritual, and now include financial health. So we have Dr. Kumar Gupta ji, who is the CFP, MBA, PGWWM, NCFM, NCX, NISM, NCDEX, if any one of you can know the meaning of those things. Complete, because I only know MBBS, MD, DM. I don't know, maybe Chandrasekhar ji knows about all these degrees. Complete professional with direct selling experience of 20 years and more than 18 years experience in training and courseware development for financial planning industry. Former academic head with ISBF, CFP and worked as a freelancer faculty for various modules of CFP, CM, NCFM, NISM, MCX and currently associated with Cafe Mutual, CIEL, Phoenix, Ambition Learning, Monaco, AAFM and conducting IIP for various AMCs with very good results and excellent feedback. He is an MBA and he has various other illuminated degrees. Over to Shri Kumar Gupta.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. I believe I am audible properly. Okay, great. So I will start with a quote that being rich is having money. Being wealthy is having time. And real wealth is about freedom. Freedom to choose. Freedom to decide what you want to do, when you want to do, with whom you want to do. Because most of the people who are in various jobs, they know the meaning of job. Some people say the full form of job is just over broke. When you have nothing to left, simply join a job. Some people say job is just obey the boss. So it all depends on you. If you have freedom in your life, chances are you will not commit suicide. Because the topic today is suicide. So let me tell you an important thing. If you buy any life insurance policy from any company in India, in the first year, suicide is not covered. From second year onwards, they cover suicide also. Because they believe no one can plan suicide. It's in the heat of the moment, then people commit suicide. But to kill someone, you may plan. So planning is for those things. Now let's talk about why people commit suicide and why financial wealth plays a crucial role. Because in the earlier age, what people do is to create wealth or to make too much money, they suffer for their health. Later on, they come to the doctors and tell themselves, whatever you want, you can charge. Just make me healthy. Which is not possible. Sometimes. Because most of the doctors, what they are doing is, they will treat the symptom. They will help you to be normal. But health is a completely different ballgame altogether. And very few people are aware about it. So, in this session, let me discuss about you. So, what do you understand by wealth? I have already told you the definition. So can anyone participate and say, what do you understand by wealth? Because we all are making money, but very few knows how to save money. And saving itself is not sufficient. Because inflation is there to eat our savings. Purchasing power will be reduced over a period of time. So the solution is investment. I tell people your investments are your carbon copy. You are making money in your whatever profession or job you are. Side by side your money should work for you. तो अगर आपका पैसा आपके लिए काम कर रहा है तो आप एक्चुअल में एक स्टेज में आएंगे जब आपको एक्चुअल में काम ही नहीं करना पड़ेगा. Because your money is working fine, you need not to worry. But the problem is whenever a new person joins a job, they start making huge chunk of money. And they believe that this money will be there forever. But due to some bad event or whatever the reason, if they are out of the job or money, they find out now what to do. So the best solution they feel is to commit suicide. It's like कि आपने अपना मुंह ढक लिया, सामने से बिल्ली आ रही है, आपको लगा मुझे बिल्ली नहीं दिख रही, तो बिल्ली भी मुझे नहीं दिख रही. But the person who dies, the problem is उसकी family suffer करती है. And some people believe, as we were discussing about astrology and all these things, so we know Punarjanam. So I tell people, this birth is given to you, it's like a class. Until unless you clear the 5th class, you are not eligible to enter into the 6th class. Same is the case with this life. God has given us this life, it's like a lesson, it's a school. So until unless we complete whatever the studies are here, we will not be able to go to the next class. So जो लोग सुसाइड कर लेते हैं नेक्स्ट जन्म में, वो उसी प्रॉब्लम के साथ फिर पैदा होते हैं. You will be surprised, the moment I started from my home, I tried to start my car, it's not starting. So immediately I check my phone, I find out Uber बहुत सारे notification भेजता है. I have deleted Uber also. So I go to the home once again, and then immediately I fill this Uber app, and then I downloaded it, and then I booked the cab. So there are different ways to handle crisis. Some people believe crises are very difficult. I believe crises are an opportunity in disguise. Because if you handle any crisis in a normal way, you feel you have become more stronger than before. But nowadays the problem is people are not having any kind of challenges. They are born with silver spoon or golden spoon or diamond spoon. So उन्होंने वो challenges face ही नहीं करे हैं जो हम लोगों की generation ने या पिछले लोगों ने किए हैं, जिसके लिए बुजुर्ग लोग कहते हैं ना बाल धूप में सफ़ेद नहीं किए हैं. So the idea is they have faced so many ups and downs in their life, they know how to cope up. So what is the solution? Because we have very limited time, so I need to cover these things. That's the only reason I have not prepared any PPT, because I see PPTs are sometimes disturbing. लोग या तो PPT पढ़ रहे होते हैं या PPT में वर्ड्स लोगों का ध्यान होता है और वो ट्रेनर की तरफ ध्यान ही नहीं देते. The actual idea is the trainer should tell you whatever important they want to tell you, and ultimately it's the message. I believe all the trainers who have come here, they must be delivering some message. And the message as a wealth doctor or wealth planner or financial planner or investment advisor, I can suggest everyone to start planning for your future today. Because I have written another quote that says, one must start saving to invest as early as possible, and yesterday was better than today and today is better than tomorrow. So we should start today itself. But the challenge is where to invest. Very few people are aware about mutual funds. I believe most of you are already investing in mutual funds. Yes. But do you actually know the benefit of mutual fund? Very few people.
सही है, yeah.
Yes, mutual fund सही है, बस इतना सब जानते हैं. But in today's session, the most important thing that I am going to tell you is SIP and SWP. Many people have heard about SWP. SIP, though I believe everyone knows.
Yes.
Systematic investment plan, regularly you are investing. But do you know what is SWP? Yes. But how it is beneficial to you? Do you have any idea? No idea. Let me tell you. As per SEBI guidelines, we always have to say the disclaimer that past performance is no guarantee in future. But let me give you a simple example. Let's say you have 5 lakh rupees a month expenses. Now, if anything bad happens to you, your family will be facing the consequences. So the best solution is, if you need 5 lakh rupees a month, you just need to create a wealth of 5 crore rupees. And you give that 5 crore rupees to a mutual fund. And let's assume if the mutual fund is giving you only 15% per annum return. If you all are investing, some people told me, you must be aware, many mutual funds have given 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% in a year. But I am taking a very conservative data because BSE has given around 16 to 17% CAGR return, compound annual growth rate. That is year on year basis. So let's take it 15%. So whenever a person retires, what they do? Most of the people keep the money in bank. Let's say if you do SWP, you give that 5 crore rupees to a mutual fund and tell them that boss, I want 5 lakh rupees every month. Then within 12 months, how much money you have withdrawn? 60 lakh rupees. But if your 5 crore has given you 15% return, that is 75 lakh. So your 5 crore rupees, after withdrawing 5 lakh rupees each and every month for the whole year, still your money has grown by 15 lakh rupees. This is the power of SWP. Very few people know about it. I have seen many people, they are making huge money. But due to some problem, because people are busy in making money and they are losing out on relations. And I can surely say one very important, whatever you say it, quote or statement, that all those people who are sitting in this room, you all are, believe me, some of you maybe not, but most of us are the last generation on this planet Earth who have मामा, चाचा, मौसा, ताऊ, बुआ, फूफा. आने वाली जनरेशन तो ये पढ़ा करेगी कि भाई कोई ताऊ नाम का प्राणी हुआ करता था जो हमारे पिताजी का बड़ा भाई हुआ करता था. सो लाइफ इज लाइक दिस. इस समय में आपको एक पुरानी हिंदी फिल्म का डायलॉग बोलता हूं, बाप बड़ा ना भैया, सबसे बड़ा रुपया. सो इफ यू हैव द मनी बट नॉट इन योर बैंक. Why not in bank? Let me tell you, bank, you should keep some money in bank also for 3 to 6 months expenses should be in a bank account. That is called emergency fund. But if you are keeping more than that in a bank account, you are actually losing out. Let me ask you a very simple question. You all are learned people, because what happens is, most of the people believe that I am an educated person. So by default, I am financially literate. But most of the time it's not like that. हमें लगता तो है, बट आप इतने इतने साल मेहनत करके तब डॉक्टर बनते हैं. और यूएस से मैंने सुना एक डॉक्टर आया था इंडिया. ही वॉज ट्रेवलिंग आउटसाइड रेड फोर्ट, तो उसे सड़क पर एक किताब दिखी. उस किताब का नाम पढ़ के उसको हार्ट अटैक आ गया. बुक का नाम था 30 दिन में हार्ट के सर्जन कैसे बने. पीपल आर डूइंग इट लाइक दिस. एक किताब पढ़ी, एक वेबिनार देखी, अरे अब तो मैं एक्सपर्ट हूँ, चलो शेयर मार्केट में पैसा लगाते. देन आई लूज ऑन मनी, देन आई से यार स्टॉक मार्केट बुरी है. नो, स्टॉक मार्केट इज नॉट बैड. हु इज बैड? वी आर. बिकॉज वी टेक अ डिसीजन विदाउट अंडरस्टैंडिंग द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस. हमने एक किताब पढ़ी, एक वेबिनार देखी, अरे यार ये तो बढ़िया चीज़ है, पैसा लगा दिया, हाथ जल गए, डूब गए. फिर हम कहते हैं नहीं यार ये मार्केट तो बुरी है. सो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द रिस्क फर्स्ट, then comes the return. So let me ask you a simple question. क्या बैंक आपको कभी 15% का रिटर्न दे सकता है? Never. Why?
Because they don't lend at that rate.
Right answer, sir. Because अगर आपने बैंक में पैसा रखा, बैंक will give you some interest. अब बैंक की इनकम क्या है? लोन. So bank is lending that money to the people who need it, and bank is charging higher return. Now if the bank is asking for 8 to 9 or 10% and they are lending you money at 10%, how come they give you more than that? But if I ask you another question, can a businessman give you 100% return in a month? Maybe. Maybe. But bank cannot. So we need to understand, when you buy a share, you are investing not in stock market, you are investing in a company. You become a part owner of a company.
That can go down also suddenly.
Yes, definitely. That's why I am coming to this point next. Finally. See, at every place, whenever I start my session, I always say that if you ask a question, you may be a fool for 5 minutes. But if you never ask a question, you will remain a fool forever. So I keep on telling people there, I have learned only one way. By asking questions, you can learn something new. So I always encourage questions. So right question sir, कि शेयर मार्केट में अगर हम पैसा डालते हैं और शेयर डूबता है तो हमारे को लॉस है. एब्सोल्युटली. दैट इज वाई सर आपका स्टेटमेंट म्यूचुअल फंड सही है. क्यों म्यूचुअल फंड सही है? बिकॉज अगर आप म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, म्यूचुअल फंड गिव यू 1 यूनिट फॉर ₹10 ओनली, and out of that 10 rupee they will invest, let's say 50 paisa in Reliance, 50 paisa in TCS, 30 paisa in SBI, L&T. All those companies will be covered in that 10 rupee. So chances are very high that at the same time all these stocks will not fall. So that's why we suggest, if you don't know anything about stock market, then always prefer the mutual fund route, because mutual fund will help you. But the question is which mutual fund? Then you all are aware, every successful person have coaches. So you need to have a coach. But the problem in India is we are ready to pay. Whenever a person falls ill, they are ready to pay whatever fees doctor asks. Doctor कहता है ये 1 लाख का टेस्ट होगा, अच्छा जी करो. They don't ask another question. But when it comes to financial planning, then they never go to the financial doctor. They always ask the neighbor, brother, sister, चाचा, ताऊ, अरे यार बताना ये कैसे होगा. क्या बात कर रहे हो, एडवाइस के भी पैसे. सड़क पे खड़े हो जाओ और बोलो आई नीड एन एडवाइस, लोग गाड़ियां रोक रोक कहेंगे मैं देता हूँ एडवाइस. दैट इज फॉर फ्री इन इंडिया. पीपल आर रेडी टू गिव यू एनफ एडवाइस. कहीं पूछो आप. बट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, फ्री की एडवाइस वही होगी जो फ्री की चीज में मिल सकती है. सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, SWP is going to be a lifesaver for all of you if you use it wisely. So after today's session, you can ask your advisor what is SWP, how we can do it, what are the risks, because this is just to give you a glimpse. लोगों को लगता है फाइनेंस बोरिंग होता है. It's not like that. Finance is very interesting if you make it so. Because 15 मिनट में मैं कुछ बोल नहीं सकता था, इसलिए मैंने इतना ही बोला. Now if you have any questions, most welcome. Yes sir, please. राइट
तो जाना कम हो गया.
जी जी, ऑनलाइन होता है सब.
जाओ तो बैंक स्टाफ है, देयर इंटरेस्ट इज नॉट इन टेंडिंग टू योर बैंकिंग नीड्स, बट दे वुड ट्राई टू सेल यू समथिंग, मोस्टली यू विल.
यस,
कहते हैं कि वही म्यूचुअल फंड है.
हाँ
तो आई ऑलवेज सेड प्लीज माफ कर दे, आई एम गोइंग.
राइट.
व्हाट इज इट?
सर द प्रॉब्लम इज मिस सेलिंग. अब आप बताएं, एक आदमी एक डॉक्टर पे जाता है, अगर वो डॉक्टर बाई चांस उसको ट्रीट नहीं कर पाए, डॉक्टर ट्राइज देयर लेवल बेस्ट, बट स्टिल, तो इसका मतलब ये तो नहीं है हम डॉक्टर प्रोफेशन पे एक इमेज गलत बना लेंगे. सो अगर आप किसी बैंक में गए हैं या कहीं गए हैं, मिस सेलिंग इज एवरीवेयर. बट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, यूलिप इज नॉट अ म्यूचुअल फंड. यूलिप इज एक्चुअली एन इंश्योरेंस प्लान वेयर इन पॉलिसी मैनेजमेंट चार्जेस विल बी डिडक्टेड, investment management charges will be deducted, and mortality premium will be deducted, and apart from that some money, whatever the remaining part, that is invested in stock market. So they say it's like a mutual fund, but it is not a mutual fund. Even there is a debate going on, rather than buying ULIP, you should buy term policy. Some people have a question, how much term policy should we take? So whatever your take home pay, annual income, multiply it by 10. Whatever the number is, you should have a term policy of this much amount. और जो remaining part बचता है, that you should invest in a mutual fund. And when you check, there is another problem. लोगों को लगता है म्यूचुअल फंड, हमारे को लोग म्यूचुअल फंड में मिस सेलिंग है. So let me tell you, you can note down an important website, AMFIINDIA. mfindia.com. This is the authentic website of all the mutual funds in India, and there is no selling. It is just a website where all the mutual funds will submit their report. That's it. So अगर कोई भी आपसे कहता है जी ये स्कीम इतना रिटर्न निकालती है, कहना भैया इस वेबसाइट पर मुझे दिखा दे कहाँ है. You will sound knowledgeable, because the most important problem is we don't know how to ask the right question. Until and unless I have heard an story कि एक बच्चा जब भी टीचर मिलती है स्कूल में, उनसे कहता है मैडम ये नटूरे क्या होता है. मैडम कीप ऑन टरकाएंगे, अरे छोड़ यार बता दूंगी. अब वो कहती है सुना ही नहीं कभी, पता नहीं क्या है. वो बच्चा रोज पीछे पड़ जाता है. मैडम कहती है आज इसका जवाब देख के ही जाऊँ. कहती है बता स्पेलिंग बता. कहता है मैडम NATURE, नटूरे, नेचर. तो मैडम कहती तो यहाँ से फूट ले, नहीं तो तेरा फुटूरे फ्यूचर खराब कर दूंगी. So if you know the right question to ask, chances are your advisor will give you the right answer. The problem is हम लोगों के पास knowledge ही नहीं है, and we are so busy in our work कि हमें लगता है कि यार हम क्यों इसमें समय लगाएं. So I believe within that 15-20 minutes I was able to provide some value. अरे वाह सर, वेरी गुड, बोलिए.
Nowadays there is a lot of debate between NPS, OPS and all the government sector.
Yes,
NPS also is supposed to be investing in the market.
75% up to they can invest in market.
Why was it considered bad? And is it equal to mutual funds?
नहीं सर, म्यूचुअल फंड में देयर इज अ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. देयर आर सम स्कीम्स wherein you can withdraw money after 3 years, but most of these schemes are open ended. So in case you need money, you can withdraw immediately. After 1 year there will not be any exit load. If you withdraw your money within a year and if it is an equity scheme, they will charge 1% exit load. But 1 साल के बाद आप कभी भी पैसा निकालते हैं, there is no exit load. सर टैक्सेशन भी 1 साल के बाद पहले 1.25 लाख रुपए के गेन पर कोई टैक्स नहीं है. 1.25 लाख रुपए से ऊपर का जो गेन होगा प्रिंसिपल छोड़ के, उस पर आपको देना है 15% के रेट से टैक्स इस बजट के बाद. पहले वो भी 10% था. सर डिपेंड्स. अगर आपको ये लगता है कि आपका पैसा आपके बच्चे आपसे ले सकते हैं, किसी भी रीजन से प्यार से फुसला के पापा पैसा दे दो यार क्या करोगे, देन गो फॉर एनपीएस बिकॉज उसमें आपको रेगुलर पेंशन मिलती है. दिस इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग सर. इट इज नॉट अ ब्लैंकेट आंसर कि वन साइज रूल फिट्स ऑल. थंब रूल इज नॉट देयर. इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द पर्सन, बिकॉज हर पर्सन यूनिक है, तो हर पर्सन की अपनी नीड्स हैं.
Kumar ji, please finish in 2 minutes.
Yes sir, I've already, but people are asking, so that's why I'm answering.
1 minute for annuity plan. क्या होता है?
सर एन्युटी प्लान इज लाइक दिस. जैसे मैंने अभी आपसे बोला कि अगर आप म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो एसडब्ल्यूपी के थ्रू यू विल गेट रेगुलर इनकम. सेम इज द केस विद द इंश्योरेंस. व्हेन यू बाय इंश्योरेंस, then at the time of maturity or retirement, whatever you have decided, every month you will get some amount. Annuity, in simple words, annuity means same amount, same time gap. Every same period you will get the same money. This is called annuity.
Which is better, annuity or SWP?
Sir, annuity or SWP is the same thing. But for starting an annuity, you need to have some corpus, some money, for which you need to start SIP from today itself.
What will you advise the youngster?
Always go for SIP. Always create some SIP.
Not NPS.
Sir, NPS is also good, but from NPS you can withdraw only at the age of 60. So you need to understand. If you are disciplined enough, you can, because आज की डेट में सर 3 साल के बच्चे तो हार्ट अटैक आ रहे हैं. 60 साल कितने लोग जिएंगे आज की जनरेशन वाले? ये तो आप पुरानी जनरेशन के, आप सब लोग इतने हेल्दी हैं, हम सब लोग फिर भी चल रहे हैं. नई जनरेशन कहाँ जीने वाली है 60 साल? सो थैंक यू. हाँ सर प्लीज.
Kumar Gupta ji, just one question. Many financial advisors, we keep hearing them on various channels, on CNBC, etc., etc. We understand very little of it, sir. But what we understand is कि अगर BSC का इंडेक्स खरीद लिया जाए, तो मैंने 2000 में प्रॉपर्टी खरीदी थी, तो एक दिन मैंने क्वेश्चन सर भेज दिया उनको, तो उन्होंने मेरे से काउंटर क्वेश्चन किया कि कितने में खरीदी थी. तो मैंने उन्हें बताया कि मैंने इतने में खरीदी थी. तो उन्होंने पूरा कैलकुलेट करके बताया और सर उसके बाद मुझे इतना गिल्टी फील हुआ कि मैंने प्रॉपर्टी खरीदी. उन्होंने बोला कि अगर उस टाइम पे आप किराए के मकान में रहते, अगर बीएससी का इंडेक्स खरीद लेते तो आज ये 1000x होता. सर ये मेरे सारे दोस्तों के लिए बताइए कि क्या आंख मूंद के बीएससी का इंडेक्स खरीद सकते हैं?
इंडेक्स फंड लेना है कि क्या?
सर मैं आपको एक आंसर देना चाहूँगा. मिस्टर वारन बफेट जो दुनिया के सबसे अमीर इन्वेस्टर हैं, उनका ये कहना है कि डोंट पुट ऑल योर एग्स इनटू वन बास्केट. अगर आपने प्रॉपर्टी ली, आई सजेस्ट दैट इज ऑल्सो अ गुड इन्वेस्टमेंट, बट इफ यू कंपेयर इट विद सम अदर आइटम, सारा पैसा अगर आपने इक्विटी में डाल दिया और अचानक कोविड जैसी चीज़ आ गई और मार्केट्स डाउन हो गई, तो आर यू प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर दैट? सो दैट्स व्हाई आई नेवर सजेस्ट टू पुट ऑल योर मनी इनटू वन बास्केट. बट येस, इफ यू हैव इन्वेस्टेड इन BSc, chances are, because BSc is what, 30 top class companies. So you are actually getting an exposure of those 30 companies and the promoters are having the biggest stake in those companies. तो promoters अपने लिए काम करें, they are not doing for me. मैं तो उनकी नाव में बैठ गया, एक शेयर खरीद के कुछ छींटे मेरे पे भी पड़ जाएंगे. That is the way. So yes.
Great lecture, sir, and actually you kept us spellbound. Let me tell you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes. I would request Dr. Naveen Gupta to please come here. And
I would love to honor it.
Thank you, sir.
yeah,